Yes, that is how we find the value of series resultant combination. Okay, now let us come to one question that is related to parallel combination. Again, we are having such kind of figure here. As you can see, R1, R2 and R3. Now in this case, they are combined in a parallel form. Now how will you find a resultant resistance in this case? Okay, so the value that are given here is R1 is equals to 5 ohm, R2 is 10 ohm and R3 is 30 ohm. Okay, students, you can even draw these types of questions in your question paper also, in our answer sheets actually. If you want to don't want to forget the value of resistance again and again, so you can draw it roughly like this and write the value of R1 here like you have given 5 ohm, R2 like you have given 10 ohm and R3 like you have given 30 ohm here. Okay, so you can simply write the value like this, and as you know, the voltage value here will be 6 volt. Okay, so 6 volt is given like this. You need to draw the diagram so that your examiner, the copy checker, okay, so he or she will have the idea what you have solved about. Okay, whatever the calculation you are doing, is it about this diagram? So you need to draw the diagram in question paper, that is for sure. Okay, now, so your calculation part here, we need to find the current in total current. Okay, so here we don't know what is the total resistance actually. So how we will find total current in this case? Because according to the Ohm's law, V is equals to I multiplied by R. We know the value of V here. We know the value of R, but that R is not actually a equivalent R. So first of all, we need to find the value of equivalent R that would be combined in a parallel combination. For that, we need to find the value of I. Okay, so there are three conditions so that you can find the value of I and the value of R equivalent combinedly. Okay, so there are two ways to find. Even you can find the value of I individually, for like this: I1, I2, I3. Okay, I1 for R1, I2 for R2 and I3 for R3. Okay, so here as you can see that I have found the value of I individual in the circuits. Okay, and lastly we will add all these values. Or we can do one more thing, that we can find the combined resultant here, and then with the formula this we can find the value of I also. Okay, so here as you can see, for the 5 ohm resistance, the value of I1 will be I1 is equals to V upon R1. As you can see here, it is written like this. Okay, so the value of V will be 6 volt. Yes. In parallel combination, students, don't forget that the terminals, the N terminals are same for all these resistance. So the value of voltage would be same for all these values too. Okay, so here V is equals to 6 for this one, 6 volt for this one and 6 volt for this one also. Okay, so here for first case, the resistance value will be 5. So the ampere will be 1.2 after dividing 6 by 5. Fine. Now, the second condition for I2, the resistance would be, the value of I2 for the resistance 10 ohm would be like this: V upon R2 6 by 10, that is 0.6 ampere. Fine. Now, in the same case, I3 is also calculated, V divided by R3. So, here again the voltage value will be 6 and the resistance value will be 30. So, you can find the value of I3 here also. Now, all the summing all the values of I1, I2 and I3 will give the value of total I here. Okay, now the value will be 2.0 ampere. And so, in this case, we can find the effective resistance, that is R equivalent, that is this value, by dividing these two numbers. Again, V divided by I will be 6 divided by 2 ampere, because we have collectively find the value of ampere total current that is running through this whole circuit, that is 2 ampere. 6 divided by 2 will give you 3 ohm. Fine. So here we are finding the value of resultant R equivalent by this formula by finding the total current in the circuit and dividing it by V by I. One more condition you can provide here like this, that you know the formula for R equivalent will be 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. You can find it like this directly. Okay, the reason why I have provided this solution here is that, like, if you need to find the particular I value, okay, for a particular resistance, that find the current value that is going through the resistance R2, that is 10 ohm, then how will you find? So the way you can find is like this, okay. But if you want to find the R equivalent and directly, you don't need to find the value of individual current in this case, okay. So you can find it like this also, like 1 upon 5 plus 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 30, and here by taking the LCM 30 here, you will get 6 plus 3 plus 1, and again 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 1 10, that is this, and here we are getting R equivalent like this, and reversing these two values like this, okay. We are reversing these two, inverse कर देते हैं इसको, ठीक है. R equivalent कितना हो जाएगा फिर? 30 divided by 10. We bring this to upward and bring this to upward and this one to downward. Now 0 to 0 cancel again, 3 ohm. Okay, so by this condition also you can find the value of resistance here, and through this way also, but this is time taking actually, but you need to find, if you need to find the value of individual current in the particular resistance, then you can go with this way. And now if you only need to find the R equivalent value, you can tackle this way also.